to rumble.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he caught, and it's going to carry him out of the side of the end zone, and that, my friends, is a safety, 2 points.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off the play fake. Swanson. Dancing to his left. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Swanson. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looking to throw. Swanson over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw on second down. Swanson. And that's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They are going for it. It's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Swanson. He's letting it fly for Cook. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, it's Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Parrish. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position. So let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Looking to throw on second down. Swanson eluding the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Woods, the intended receiver. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on second and 10. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he fires one, but incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And he's got Lockett. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Looking to throw. Parrish looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off play action. Swanson keeps himself. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. On 1st down, Parrish. Now they go screen. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing on 1st down. Parrish being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing again. Parrish. He goes full extension, and he's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Parrish throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 7. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on 2nd down. Parrish. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Parrish escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on 1st down. Parrish, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Rams have got it back.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Following the fumble recovery, Parrish. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Parrish. Dancing to his left. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Back to throw. Parrish, flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll run. This is Cannon, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now let's go. Green 30.
On third down, that's Cannon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Swanson working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
On 1st and 10, Swanson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 23 yards on the play.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Swanson. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Swanson. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Swanson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. To throw on second down, Parrish. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun!
To throw again, Parrish. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Parrish steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Now let's go!
Looking to throw. Parrish flushed out right. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Swanson. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Swanson. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back to throw. Swanson. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down. Parrish. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Parrish. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Parrish. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Parrish. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he finds a man on the crossing route.
Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. His pass caught at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
They'll
try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead, and unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters get to you.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the... And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Cannon. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down. Parrish forced out to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Set. Green 39, green 39.
try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his car.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.